Write the quadratic function in standard form and sketch the graph. Identify the vertex, axis of symmetry, and x-intercept or intercepts. The quadratic function is f of x equals x squared plus 31x plus 228. First, recall the quadratic function in standard form is given as f of x equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k, where a cannot equal 0. Then the axis of symmetry is a vertical line with equation x equals h, and the vertex is the point hk. First, write the quadratic function in standard form. Write the original quadratic function. Subtract 228 from each side of the equation. F of x minus 228 equals x squared plus 31x. Add 31 halves squared to each side of the equation. Simplify to get f of x minus 228 plus 961 fourths equals x squared plus 31x plus 961 fourths. On the left side of the equation, rewrite 228 as 912 fourths. On the right side of the equation, factor the expression as the quantity x plus 31 halves times the quantity x plus 31 halves. Simplify to get f of x plus 49 fourths equals the quantity x plus 31 halves squared. Subtract 49 fourths from each side of the equation. F of x equals the quantity x plus 31 halves squared minus 49 fourths. Now you're ready to identify the vertex and axis of symmetry. First, write the quadratic function in standard form. F of x equals the quantity x plus 31 halves squared minus 49 fourths. The axis of symmetry is given by the vertical line with equation x equals negative 31 halves. The vertex is the point negative 31 halves and negative 49 fourths. Find the x-intercept. In the original quadratic function, substitute 0 for f of x and solve the resulting equation for x. 0 equals x squared plus 31x plus 228. Factor the expression on the right side of the equation. 0 equals the quantity x plus 19 times the quantity x plus 12. Set each factor equal to 0 and solve for x. To solve the equation x plus 19 equals 0 for x, subtract 19 from each side of the equation. X equals negative 19. To solve the equation x plus 12 equals 0 for x, subtract 12 from each side of the equation. X equals negative 12. So the x-intercepts are negative 19, 0, and negative 12, 0. Now you're ready to sketch the graph of the function. First, sketch an xy plane. Then, draw the axis of symmetry and plot the vertex, negative 31 halves and negative 49 fourths. Plot the x-intercepts, negative 19, 0, and negative 12, 0. To sketch the graph of the function, draw a parabola through the plotted points.